for Invictus Gaming. Now bring it to a game 3. This is it. We get the climax of this series where FPX now essentially have to just get that next win. It's been match point for a while for them, but this is pressure added on. My name's Hysterics, this is Preacher, and that was a damn good game from IG.
It was. They managed to dominate it from the get-go.
Yep.
A few blips in the radar because GimGoon was still carrying his side, but at the end there was just too much gold that was pummeling them.
Because FPX in game 1, it was their control, it was their windows, it was their composition, that took over. And IG, just like you said from the get-go, and Ning started that. He was the MVP of game 2.
Oh boy, yeah, he definitely deserved this one. Take a look, 6-1-7. He was running around so much, having those 5 kills as soon as the game began. I mean, what a madman. We got to check out how he actually got it. And I have to say, his first kill, which is also his first death, that one was gutsy.
Yeah, it was sick, it was gutsy, it was all to the wall here, Preacher, and that's what Ning played. He played the Olaf to fruition, and it was on to Tian, where he smacked him down.
Obviously, the damage goes to the Olaf in a straight 1v1. Everybody else on the side of FPX, too slow to the rotation. He gets the kill.
And the wolf.
Yeah. Just that little bit. The icing on top, right? The cherry on top, I should say.
I mean, he almost killed Doinb. Look, GimGoon had to flash here. I feel like Doinb dies.
Yeah, no, if there was no GimGoon flash, then maybe that could have been a very strong 1v1. Another good one is just flashing over here, killing Tian in yet another 1v1. But that's not all, folks. Continue watching because Baolan comes in strong. Ning with the sense, goes forward, takes one turret hit, and then gets eaten up to get the kill.
I mean, this was his 5th kill in the end, another double. And earlier on, he did the same thing with the undertow, but it got to the fights like this, where for Invictus Gaming, they could play around so many different elements while JackeyLove was almost 1v1ing GimGoon.
Yeah, and everybody zoned out as well. Doinb barely hitting any of his skill shots. Watch Ning as well with the axes. The fact that somebody flashes over and immediately gets crushed by him, that is the MVP status that we wanted.
Thank you for the donation. So well-deserved MVP. Of course, this was the last play where someone like GimGoon, okay, we don't get to see it this time around, but Rookie almost came out of that. GimGoon was the hope of FPX, and it's a great talking point for us because that was a great game from him in the side lane, but the rest of FPX was so far behind that they couldn't utilize the death round.
That was absolutely it, and the fact that every other lane was losing as well, that is usually where you do not want to be if you are playing against IG. True. The fact that Ning was so ahead, always propelling everybody else forward as well. You have to say, coming into game number 3, this is looking really shaky for FPX because they're not known to be taking this long.
And remember, the early game for them was about diving the bottom lane, about getting there and utilizing the 2v2 through mid, getting that shove, and then influencing LWX and Crisp. This game, there was no diving to be done because Rookie had the shove, he had an early advantage, and the Corki hit a really early Trinity Force.
That was the spike that we wanted to see, but it wasn't even necessarily the Trinity Force just because he had the Klepto because so he could get some extra gold, but it was the fact that he was constantly shoving in Doinb, making sure that Doinb couldn't ever rotate around the map. We talked about it at the start of this matchup that, of course, Doinb always wants to influence the rest of his team. Couldn't actually do it this game.
No, he couldn't, and I feel like in game 1 as well, he's kept in lane for a little bit longer. Rookie has been strong so far, but people like TheShy, Ning have been even stronger, it feels like. We go into game 3 now, the conclusion of this series, to see if IG can take the first series win off of FPX, or if FPX can keep on going strong with a 9-0 at the end of week 7.
Get the lane advantages, get the lane priorities. That's what IG want. However, because FPX have opted to go for the red side, they'll at least get one guaranteed counter.
And we're so fast into pick and ban. Look at this, as fast as last game. Early Tahm Kench from Baolan. We get to see it once more, but FPX want to retry on the Aatrox.
Always enabling Ning as well, so they want to go for that. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, LWX and Crisp. What more can you say other than Lux and Caitlyn? That is what they are always known for. And if they change it up now, then they must be kicking themselves.
Yeah, I mean, or they could take away something like this. Tian was a great Olaf at the start of the split, and I'm sure he still is. So take it away from Ning or take a dangerous lane. Dangerous jungle matchup. No. This is good.
Yeah, I was about to say, if that's a Lee Sin, then he's going to have a tough time into an Olaf because he's going to be picked away. But of course, denied.
Yep. Well, quick pick and ban here. IG just want to get through this, build off the momentum of last time. JackeyLove, it seems, is going to be picking this one up again. A Taliyah, again, for Rookie in the mid lane.
And already showing that he can play this Varus matchup into the Caitlyn might actually make FPX think twice about picking up the Caitlyn.
True.
Another ADC still available is Sivir. If you want to play the shove game to hard deny the bottom lane of IG, you can do it.
Seems like we're going back to standing because for the bottom lane, the 2v2 was still there. It was just the skill of JackeyLove and Baolan in the end. And the Tahm Kench that pained them they're going to try once more. And now with the Olaf, maybe that makes it easier.
Yeah, so now solo laners are in effect, and got to say the same thing that I said last pick ban. Azir and Corki either put both of them down or neither of them.
Okay. Well, Cannon's already taken away, and that's the top lane we'll be talking about there. Away from TheShy in Game 2. Rise away from Doinb. And we're going lightning fast still through this pick ban. There is so much rememberability here for both teams to really just
they remembered what they were playing against, and they remembered how much they were actually being beaten by them. Now, I'm interested to see if Irelia is one of the bans that come out, because it is a very late ban coming out, usually from IG.
And a favorite of TheShy and Rookie too. So FPX have left it open, but they can always pick it up early here on the red side.
Of course. So last ban going over to IG. This is dangerous because FPX can pick it up if it's not actually off. Of course, we saw the hover of the Akali. Wouldn't expect it inside of this game. It simply doesn't suit the composition, but still is up to them.
Okay, well, we'll see. Of course, Gangplank has been left open this time around. A pretty safe blind here for GimGoon, and he plays it once again.
So, now it's up to IG, finally falling through all the picks and bans. Do they dare go for the Irelia that both of the two soul laners are known to play?
I mean, if you take away the Pantheon, Aurelia's there. They took the Renekton away as well, Preacher. So that's just such a big counter that opens it up. Vladimir could be picked up too, but we need a jungler, and Ning feeling safe on the Jarvan.
Of course, once you take out all of the top tier junglers, they want some playmaking as well. Ning, first of all, went on the Olaf, and now he will have the Jarvan against the Olaf. He just wants to start influencing his lanes.
But what is TheShy going to play? Is it the Irelia you mentioned? It seems set up, but no. TheShy Vladimir is disgusting.
And it's even more disgusting considering the fact that it's into a Gangplank as well. That range matchup with the healing on tandem with against the Grasp of the Undying and the W. Yeah, it's going to be a difficult lane for GimGoon. If we
see TheShy like we did last game, it'll be huge. But Doinb loves this one. Ladies and gentlemen, there is only one person left in the LPL playing Nautilus mid, and it's this man on your screen who'll be taking it into Game 3.
Can't wait to see this one. Of course, once again, the same problem in Game 2 is present in Game number 3, in the sense that Rookie can always hard shove Doinb, and Doinb only has his E's wave clear, can't even one-shot the minions, so it's going to be difficult for him to get off the map, but once he does, man, that Nautilus hook is out of this world.
Yeah, not at least until the Proto Belt, until that second item, so I'm sure we'll discuss that, and wave advantage in-game, but coming into this one again, look at the map here for IG, how TheShy puts himself in a bit of point of focus, and I think we'll be seeing Rookie maybe going up to the top lane, if not top.
Different picks, but exactly the same priority. Top lane and mid lane go towards IG. Still the Caitlyn and the Lux for FPX's bottom lane. The one difference, though, is the fact that the Jarvan into the Olaf is actually quite risky. Olaf is one of the best 1v1ers, so you always have to watch out for that if you decide to invade. I
will say, though, I've seen some Vladimirs losing that top lane matchup. We've got some good Gangplanks here, Preacher.
We definitely do.
GimGoon's one of them. TheShy, one of his best champions, is the Vladimir, and suddenly I'm looking at the two members on your screen. This is their game to show off.
And this is really it, because once again, IG, if they can get that early game, we know that they don't let go of it.
They do not. IG, as they head into game, we haven't talked about the bottom lane yet specifically, where we're just rinsing and repeating once more. JackeyLove, you're expecting to be that lethal tempo Varus heading into this third game too.
Yeah, and the last thing that I'll say about this is the fact that IG have so much experience playing a game number 3. This is their wheelhouse.
Yes, that's right. Every Game 3, they have won. Or excuse me, I'll fix that up by saying that their wins all go to Game 3. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? We go into another Game 3 where IG are poised, but FPX, they've set themselves up with a strong early game through the Olaf, good bridging, and an ability to make sure they stay ahead of the curve in front of Invictus Gaming, who had a banger of a Game 2. Let's get into the final game of FPX and IG. The arena packed out for this one here tonight. It's LGD. It doesn't matter how good the series is.
I heard
They're always there.
Their fans are always present, but instead we're coming back to this one.
You know what's even worse is when people bring LGD signs into the arena.
Do they?
During a match like this, yes.
That's like bringing a TSM sign into a non-TSM game.
Did I tell you I met the guy named Kevin who shouts TSM, or at least used to?
Yeah.
Shout out to Kevin wherever you are.
Shout out to him.
FPX looking for the invade here in Game 3 though, Preacher, and is The Colonel makes his appearance once again. FPX, so do they, make their appearance onto the red buff, but this will be spotted out.
Colonel likes it. Colonel likes the odds of the early game being a deciding victory for IG. Obviously, the bottom side.
There it is.
Yeah, it's going to be spotted out finally. They know that Tian's here, so vertical jungling should be instigated by Ning as well.
Yeah, that's right. Towards the top side, his own red buff. Conquer on both junglers is normal here, just while we have a moment to look and reflect. Lethal tempo like we talked about on the Varus. Aftershock on mid lane Nautilus. So, of course, being the tankiest stat here.
Obviously, he wants to be the front line for his team, and it makes sense when you take a look at everybody else. Tian going to supplement the damage in the 2v2.
Also, remember, it gives him the ability to go in for the engages, the Aftershock procs, and negates a lot of the damage from Rookie. So I like it into the specific matchup when Rookie has opted for the Electrocute, which he really has no choice but to proc in a lot of the trades.
Yeah, that's naturally what you want to look for. So when you hook in and you get the Aftershock, you actually want to walk back immediately, because when Rookie gets his Qs off onto you, you can walk out with no damage.
Doinb already getting shoved under turrets, so I'm sure we'll see that interaction too, but TheShy onto GimGoon. In these early levels, that's what happens. Of course, a bit of sustain from TheShy, but Crimson Rush at this level is nothing big.
Yeah, it's a little bit skewed because, of course, 2 corrupting pots had to be consumed by GimGoon, and now the last one is available, whereas it is a Ruby Crystal. So TheShy is healthier than expected once all things settle down.
But when you get into melee range, GimGoon comes into his triumph, and will be able to be pushed out once again. Grasp the Undying available.
Yep. But that is the last corrupting pot, so if Ning really wants to exploit that, he can go top.
That's true. In this third game, JackeyLove will be the POV on the bottom of your screen there, and JackeyLove had a great lane last time, denied LWX and Crisp, who tore it up in game 1.
Oh boy.
This time, yeah, Tian's nearby.
Yeah, they don't actually see him come into here, but it's got to be so risky for him to actually get to the bottom lane. He just wants to steal away the camps for himself whenever he can. Going over to the role of JackeyLove, though, what he needs to start playing towards is a denial game against LWX. You don't want to kill him, you just want to make him awkward back.
All down in the bottom lane. There's the undertow. Extra bit of damage to follow up. Chris takes him too much under that trade, and Baolan survives. That's the main thing, but Tian can always come back.
Yeah, just about to say that there's no correct person to actually be absorbing all of those turret hits, because everybody is so squishy, especially right now. So a little bit of a botch dive, and Baolan just walks out safe.
Maybe it's not a dive. Maybe it's just continued pressure underneath the turret. Is JackeyLove going to take it? Good dodge away from the light binding from Chris, but now he's out of mana, and Tian has spent a lot of time down here. Doinb's making his way as well. So this is what we want to see out of FPX, the dive with 4 members.
This is it, and nobody else is around for IG. Ning is over on the top side, so they can potentially go for it. Called off because they know that Chris has no mana.
Doinb won't lose anything in the mid lane, so it's not like it's absolutely massive, but Rookie coming down here through the lane. Does he commit? It feels like you need to go back to the mid lane now.
Yeah, and Rookie has just played so well inside of this series, always moving naturally towards the bottom lane himself. He was the person who ganked bottom lane more than the bot lane ganker himself in Doinb, and now once again providing that support. It is a show of his skill and also game sense to always walk bot even if there's nothing doing.
And both junglers are here, Preacher. Level 4 on everyone. Doinb flashes in, gets the passive, and the seismic shock doesn't land. Flashed away, but he's on the wrong side, and Rookie has to run away. Better health bars here for FPX as Ning flag and drags over the wall. Rookie's going to get the rock surfing passive, but the undertow stops it in its path. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the flash. He's walking away. Crisp is coming in as well. First blood for FunPlus Phoenix.
Rookie moving in the wrong direction. He thought that he was safe because his jungler was around. Didn't anticipate Tian for the return gank as well. And in the 2v2, always said Doinb and Tian. Man, that is a great duo.
Yeah, there's so much CC to follow up there in the early damage. And another Olaf that gets the kill, Preacher.
That's it. They set it up, especially in Champ Select, because you got the CC from the Nautilus and the damage from the Olaf. Usually it's the other way around, but it still works in FPX.
Because if we get the Olaf snowballing again early for FPX, this is a composition that can roll with it, with the Nautilus getting into late game. Will be an AP Nord, of course, but you got the Gangplank, you got Caitlyn again. So things set up here nice and early for FPX, and GimGoon and Doinb will be able to hold their lanes out because of this early Olaf.
Yeah, so now once again checking in with what FPX can do with that early advantage, especially with Doinb propelling his lane, is the fact that when these Dragons and Baron really start to matter, Doinb can simply sit in the pixel brush. He can always be threatening the side of IG, and if anybody walks way too close, well, you know exactly that ultimate is going to condemn them.
To play well with the positioning from the Nautilus. There's a good light binding connects from Crisp in the bottom lane, and they're starting to win this out more. Hema Plague in the top side. GimGoon flashes TheShy, I told you he's a good Vladimir.
That's it. And the matchup is way too punishing. Even in the early game when GimGoon was winning, he doesn't win now. And TheShy with a Fiendish Codex looking good.
Yeah, Ruby Health Crystal to follow that up as well. Teleport from GimGoon will have to be burnt while the bottom lane from JackeyLove and Baolan is on top of Chris. Almost dies. Heal, he survives. He flashes well though, and the turnaround is not going to be there. LWX can't pump out the damage, and IG again. This is the problem.
And the bind was actually dodged away by JackeyLove, so kept on walking forward against Chris. Here is the Weaver's
coming in. Tian not level 6 yet, so he can't deny away from the CC, but Rookie walks into the middle of it. Cannon Barrage comes through as well. Tian picks up yet another kill. He's onto Baolan while JackeyLove is getting hit away by LWX. Baolan gets out, but Ning jumps almost to his death. IG with 3 members have to back away because Doinb's here as well.
It is a 1-for-1 trade, but ever since Doinb started waddling down, they knew that they had to start giving up this turret. So once again, priority going over to LWX. It is all about how many resources you can put onto him. 1 turret played already.
And how Doinb can affect the lane. 10 CS up in his own and walks down without fear because Rookie was there first. Unfortunate from the mid laner as Rookie Weaver's wall. We're going to have a look at it now. It looked like a good play, but he's right into the middle.
And nobody else is joining him. Baolan isn't even close enough to eat him up from all of this damage, and everybody focuses. Sure, Crisp is the one collateral as well, but as support
back live. Rookie's been dove in the mid lane. He's not even under his turret, so not even a dive. Gets swung at by Doinb, and this is running out of control.
Damn, that is so punishing. 0 and 3 already from Rookie. He has to sit under his turret permanently, but if he decides and elects to do so, he's allowing Doinb to shove in and to roam by himself. It is a lose-lose situation no matter how you see it.
It feels like at this point he needs to keep roaming for ages. 0 and 3, you're right. It's not the starting score we expected from an Invictus Gaming member post-game 2, but FPX have recovered well.
And when we take a look at IG winning the last game, we ask the question, consistency is key. Can they win the last game just like they did in game number 2? So far, Rookie has been put very far down in this lane, and for the team in general, and FPX is bouncing back. That question may be left unanswered for yet another day unless he does something.
And Ning can't contest anymore. At this point, you look at the Jarvan, you say, Cataclysm can be put down and he can survive Tian for a while. But this Olaf is escalated. He's going to have an early warrior. He's going to have so much more damage than Ning can stand. So he has to get into some of these lanes. Bottom lane is the option here with the CS lead, with JackeyLove and Baolan, and how they played out game 2. This is where he stands with Cataclysm now available.
Ning moving in with 3 control wards, so absolutely guaranteed no vision would have spotted him walking down here. However, FPX is not a lane that wants to start moving forward, so very awkward to try and find an angle onto them.
At least no vision here for Ning. He's going to stick around for now. Easy to execute this one, so if LWX is too far forward, Chains Corruption come in. The flash from Ning. Flag, drag, Cataclysm available. Will he get away? They flash after him. JackeyLove under turret, devoured. Baolan survives as well, and that was almost messy, but cleaned up by IG.
You got to give it over to Baolan's Tahm Kench, man. Game number 2 and game number 3 as well, saving the people who died.
And look at TheShy towards the top lane. Onto GimGoon. He gets a Hema play down. Bit of excess damage and healing. He stays healthy. GimGoon has Cannon Barrage soon. Yeah,
and what are you going to do as GimGoon? When do you ever have a good time to use that Cannon Barrage in a 1v1 situation?
I mean, it's been used for the rest of the map, right? Like, FPX have been utilizing this Aldous. We're going to see it again. The TP coming through. It's Doinb through the mid lane. Cannon Barrage laid down. JackeyLove laid up. And FPX fight back that quick.
That was it as well, to disrupt the Tahm Kench ultimate. Couldn't get out to safety, and when JackeyLove and Baolan spent way too much time standing on the spot, Doinb locks him up.
This is the fear against FPX, that as soon as you become complacent, or at least you just take a sit back and go, wow, we got that kill, FPX go again.
And this is really the era of Rookie dying 3 times in the early game. The fact that he can't ever shove out against Doinb. No punishment for Doinb, free TPing down to the bottom lane.
Really well said. I mean, Rookie right now is in position to do so, but he sacrifices a lot. FPX send the AD carry mid and Rookie to the bottom side. Doinb going to get engaged on here. Seismic shove. The Nautilus, what does he want to do? He flashes away, but Cataclysm and Rookie gets the shutdown. Crucial goal.
Yes, he definitely needs that in order to just 1v1 safely, but it's not even going to be a 1v1 for him anymore. LWX has already rotated to the mid lane, so man, once again, still being punished down for Rookie. He's not having to go down against Doinb. Doinb's going to everyone else.
Every single time that FPX lose a member, they're trading across the map. This time it's mid, and the gold goes over to the Caitlyn, who has a BF, has a pickaxe. FPX were looking for the AD carry mid as well, and look at the gold up top. I talk about trading. It's a 3K gold lead for FPX. They're always ahead of the curve.
And that is really the part at which you start worrying. At 11 minutes as well, that is an item lead.
Kill threat here.
Oh!
No Hema available though, excuse me. So TheShy was 10 seconds away from finding a solo kill.
Yeah, but imagine if you could just walk into lane and your lane opponent's 20% HP every single time. That is disgusting.
It really is. The Protobelt was picked up on that back end. TheShy doing so well in his lane. 30 CS up over the GP, and this is going to be a crucial mid-game Vladimir, one that has to carry IG out of the depths of despair.
Wow, this is very bold to go for this Rift Herald. They do have scuttle control, but the only thing that's stopping FPX is that control wall.
Also, the fact that they want to trade Mountain for the Rift Herald, so this seems like a favorable trade for a team that's so far down like IG.
But the question is, when is the optimal time to use it? Because you need one of your solo laners to necessarily get a kill in their lane in order for it to not be disrupted. Ning's just looking straight away.
Or you need a lane like this, Preacher, right? A lane that's 40 CS up, that TheShy controls whole-handedly, and that FPX cannot get to because their jungler is securing the dragon.
Well, GimGoon has no CC, has no tankiness either, so he cannot stand here.
320 gold. Now, FPX, once again, what did I say? They trade across the map, so FPX still going to be keeping the gold, but TheShy gets solo amounts.
Oh my god, he even gets
I can't believe that reach. That's the ulti coming in, and the ult from Crisp as Tahm Kench is coming over, but he's too late. Double light binding. Crisp timed that perfectly.
Well played, good sir. The ultimate was unfortunately Zhonya'd out, but everything else hit from Crisp, and even the last swag auto attack to pick up the kill. I mean, yeah, he is working in tandem, and I was about to say, that is taking split pushing to another level when a Nautilus is going up to your enemy turret, but Crisp backing it up, it works.
And Rookie dies for the 4th time, so continuing to put this mid laner even further behind.
Yeah, once again, punishing it, especially for Doinb. I mean, you always wanted onto this mid laner because he's going to be the solid front line for his team, and not really building towards it, actually building carry. I still like to see it just because of the gold lead.
And we can talk more about what this means, because for Rookie, it seems like this is going to be a utility game for him, right? There's never going to be a point where he can 100-0 someone because of how far behind he is. Maybe the first, second item if he can find someone like Crisp or LWX, but he'll be behind the curve, so that Weaver's Wall will be able to set up people like TheShy, Ning, and maybe even the Varus if JackeyLove's able to get in a good position.
That's it. His pure utility, his ultimate, and also his shove are going to be his main tools for engage in these team fights.
That's true,
Besides that, yeah, JackeyLove has to be the primary damage source for his team. So obviously a punishing factor when you die so much. Another thing that we got to keep in mind though is because of the matchup, GP had to pay the hemo tax and actually get the
iron price, right?
That's it. You got to dump 800 gold just to get the Executioner's Calling into the Vlad.
So when you get yourself that item, you go, well, it'll do something. But IG across the map, what do we say? Seismic shove. Woo. Utility comes through, JackeyLove picks up the kill.
And they managed to propel themselves yet back into the game. Rookie is transitioning very well from a lane that lost into a lane that is playing more of a supportive duty. And because Baolan is the person to save people, Rookie has to be the person to engage.
And look at that turret plating on the board. I don't think we're going to get time to stop because Cannon Barrage coming through. JackeyLove gets eaten up. Back up, slowed down. Baolan again. The well dones are deserved.
Yeah, that was so well done by Baolan. And man, even if IG don't win this, Baolan deserves recognition for saving his teammates over and over, even before this game.
He's having a great series, having a great game especially. We're just taking a quick look at the turret plating on another note, and TheShy got 800 from that. So he's accelerated, as we expected of the Vladimir. 50 CS ahead, and this is the concern for FPX, that yes, you'll get to late game with a Gangplank, with an AP Nautilus, of course with a Caitlyn. But at the end of the day, the Vladimir is going to be such a big threat that you might not be able to deal with.
And take a look at his inventory, hysteric. 17 minutes is really when he's going to go back, get his next power spike, and then he'll be grouping up with IG. So despite the lead that FPX built for themselves, let's take a look at where they're actually distributed. 3 kills onto Tian and 2 onto Doinb. Those 2 are easy targets for a Vladimir to just skirt around, especially with his W.
But remember that Doinb can pop the ulti, and if Sanguine Pool hasn't been used, then that Vladimir is going to die. But if he does have it, that negates an ultimate. So good counterplay from both sides as IG move to the mid lane, and there's no one but LWX here to surrender it. But Crisp and Tian going to make sure that doesn't happen. Good flick from Rookie. Doesn't have his first item, but he still pumps that damage, like I said.
Yeah, and that's ridiculous Q damage considering the fact that it's actually a Blade of the Ruined King, not a lethality build coming out from JackeyLove. He is going to be wrecking people.
Meanwhile, TheShy underneath turret while Tian, his flick comes through, but Cataclysm in. Ning locks him down, survives for now. The double ultimate here from Crisp. After the final spark has been used, the Weaver's Wall sent out in response. IG want this turret badly.
Yeah, and now they're starting to get to the point where everybody is using their CC in order to get these turrets. It's not for the kills, but slowly the gold lead is building over for IG. Once this gets taken down, look at the top of your screen. 1 turret to 3 IG are in the lead.
Yep, and in gold, they've caught back up. So for FPX, remember this game revolving around the Olaf, having aggression in these lanes. Well, everything is pulled back a little. Game has slowed down. IG even found the mid lane turret. JackeyLove hitting towards that second item, and this is an Invictus Gaming that are playing a different tempo from game 1.
So if we consider the strength that FPX has over IG, gold pretty much nullified. The only 2 that they have are the 2 Mountain Drakes that they have. However, they can't ever use it onto the turrets. Take a look at that. While they do have the siege potential with the Caitlyn and also the Lux, how do you get your wave clear? Combined between JackeyLove and Rookie, your lanes will always be pushed out to the point where that Mountain Drake is more or less moot.
Now ready to fight again, and Infernal's a big dragon to give over, and IG don't want to do it.
But right now, they're clearing out vision. FPX don't have any control except for the bottom side. IG around top, trying to funnel down.
Dragon started here as well. IG moving in. 4 members now. The Vladimir on the bottom side with GP is 2K. Ning ready to go in. The arrow comes through. They steal it. They get the knock up onto Tian. Ning goes golden one. TheShy on the back line. Look at the shove. It misses onto GimGoon. TheShy's still there, hitting hard, but the Olaf knocks on down the AD carry. IG and Quelter, but TheShy gets the 5-man ultimate. Runs on into the middle. Almost finds more. Almost gets the Crimson Rush. I can see it, Preacher, but FPX shut him down.
It just wasn't meant to be, and FPX once again get the win, even though the Infernal Drake goes over to IG. That was huge props to Doinb because he was off on the side against TheShy, stopping him from entering the fight. And for the longest time, it was a 4v4, but TheShy, for Doinb, you have to say that was FPX advantage.
I've never looked more like Monka S in my life. That was the moment from TheShy, but props again. Want to throw one out straight to Tian, because in this fight he took down JackeyLove. He was zoned out.
He did. He ran straight in, but take a look at the position of Doinb, holding down TheShy while Tian is actually allowed to free fire and run and flash down onto JackeyLove. By the time that TheShy actually enters in, it is a 2v5. And sure, he gets a kill for his efforts, but there's only so much you can do against an entire team.
Close to getting the heal back up, and even though he probably would have died in the end of that, he would have taken another life with him, so... Well, we're getting to that point, but for FPX, they get control back of this game. That was the most important fight for them, because now their solo lanes get more gold, and those 2 items have been hit.
Oh, this is the Death Brush hysterics at game number 3 as well. FPX, you've got to be so safe.
But remember that Crisp has done this before. He's walked through, he's found it, Tian walks away from the seismic shove.
Great sense to just walk away from the brush immediately, and everything dispelled as IG have to slowly go away.
Baron not up yet, though. So 40 seconds, getting positioning around it right now is IG's preference, as TheShy has even moved in for the preparation of another fight.
Yeah, FPX have already regained the gold lead that they lost because IG brought it back, but now with that last team fight, FPX prime position to take the Baron with double Mountain as well.
They're shuffling around Vision, shuffling around the members of FPX. It's purely for Vision like we talked about. Baron up in 15 seconds, and mid lane shove are going to come towards FPX.
One of the stats that is really working against IG, especially now, is their vision denial. You need to deny away as much as you can from FPX, the lowest team in the league. The fact that they won't do it around the Baron buff, if they don't change their ways, then this is deadly, because they could be walking into a death brush that they set up just then.
Feels like time and time again we talk about IG's vision and lack of control. Well, this game, they've at least set themselves up so they know FPX are in the area, clearing it, but Scuttle there will actually keep them safe for now.
Yeah, so. Can't clear the Scuttle.
Yeah, that's right. It'll stay there. And FPX, look, they found the mid lane turret just before. They'll be able to get the shove out here and maybe look to threaten as the Scuttle now finally expires.
Yeah, however, when you see that FPX are grouping up, you ask, how can IG necessarily respond against this one? It's going to be tricky, but they brought some members along. Also,
remember for FPX, it's a double Mountain Caitlyn with almost a rapid fire done. So this is a team that can hit the Baron, hit it hard, and sure, it may not be as fast as others, but with the Olaf, with the Caitlyn, and with GimGoon's Cannon Barrage available, this could go down as quick as any.
You're right, yeah. Usually you see Caitlyn get to the 3-item mark when she really starts getting back into the game. However, with that double Mountain, yeah, still does the Baron pretty fast.
Only 20 CS behind in this lane as well. So now that we've got some downtime, we can once again check out what's going on. Doinb with the Zhonya's Hourglass on the mid Nautilus, 30 CS up in his lane. The jungle, still the advantage, of course, over to Tian, but Ning has played a good job of quelling some of the pressure that's been exerted, but teleport from Doinb, that means one thing. Mid-pressure, go for a dive, or let's get the Baron.
Yeah, they definitely want to, at the very least, get vision control back. There's a control ward and also a normal one inside of the pit, so they need to clear both of those.
From Invictus Gaming, this could be the fight that pushes them further out of the game. This could secure it for FPX. This is what we've been waiting for. The fight around Baron, it started.
Oh, perfect, because there are 2 wards and both of them are denied away by the control ward. Now IG know.
Double mountain, it's going down quick, but like I said, it's not as quick as some. Weaver's wall is in, the Hema plate from TheShy. Half health them, seismic shove, the Wombination is there. They find 1, 2, TheShy cleans up the other. That was an IG fight if I've ever seen it. FPX just came at them for dinner.
IG, TheShy, is a god going into the Baron pit when everybody else has a debuff as well. That ultimate pretty much is clean house by itself.
4-1, he picked up a triple kill. And let me just say this game ain't over.
That was such a beautiful play. Let's watch the setup. The Weaver's wall to push everybody into the TheShy ultimate. The TheShy ultimate itself combined with the Baron debuff.
Oh my god.
The shove pretty much killed them all.
Yeah. Combo with the TheShy. I'm speechless.
Yeah, I've got nothing to say about that other than the fact that all of the ultimates hit. Every single AoE just hit their mark onto FPX.
I mean, I know there's a lot of questions out there from people saying, why were FPX doing the Baron? Why didn't they disengage? And that's a very good question, but for the TheShy to just go straight in, that is the spring top laner that we said was the best in the world, that was really just shut up by people like Wonder, that were shut out really, I'd say Impact at that point as well, because IG didn't perform internationally. They came back into summer, and they were not performing here as well. Invictus Gaming are playing some of their best League of Legends. They now have a gold lead in this 3rd game.
And they have got their backs against the wall. This is do or die for them right now, and they are performing. You got to say FPX around that Baron play. It was smart simply because they know normally that their strengths come from always pulling the trigger on these objectives as fast as possible, but they didn't do it fast enough.
And you said their backs up against the wall, but they're pushing off it right now. Invictus Gaming, it was Vici and OMG. They went to a game 3. They took it, but it didn't look great. Now against FPX, they're playing up to the level, looking to dethrone FPX from their flawless split so far at 8-0.
Backs against the wall, IG, man, it looks like somebody gave them red cordial because they're bouncing off the wall right now, and they are doing it with the AoEs. You got to say the last fight was so good. If it happens again, IG is going to win.
Preacher people are confused. You say Kool-Aid, I think.
Kool-Aid for the US?
I don't know what Kool-Aid is. I know you got a big jug that runs through the wall and says, oh yeah, that's it. You know, with cordial, like, I was thinking Happy Little Vegemite song, maybe that's not it. Yep. Yeah. It's strong stuff. Strong stuff that FPX might need to drink, because Doinb, seismic shove, and Colonel, you flip-flopper. He comes back up, and that's because IG are set up with their side lane.
A clean ace in the Baron as well. How could you not vote for this team at this moment? And yeah, the AI is correct. They definitely want to go all the way towards IG. At the moment, you've still got 1 minute on the Baron buff as well, and the distribution is good. Take a look at Rookie cutting off both of the lanes.
Yeah, in between them, you want to make sure, though, for FPX, that you do not lose your inhibitor turret. How is that done? TheShy has 3 items, and Doinb goes in, but I'm not sure. TheShy is the sandwich in between. The meatloaf that fills it out. The Vladimir flashes on into the backline. Has he gone too deep? He might die here, Preacher. Heals back up, but it's not enough. Baolan looking to go in while Ning starts hammering away. This is a messy one.
Baolan.
One that IG could end up losing. Doinb comes back in for the re-engage. The Nautilus, as Tian cleans them up as well. Triple kill for LWX, and they hold on.
Deleting pretty much every single Baron buff as well on their way. FPX, they just play that so calmly and slowly as well. Doinb with the 1v1 off on the side, and then after all that's said and done, because both Ning and Baolan committed to going inside the base of FPX, nowhere for them to run once their team was scattered.
Oh, I would not call that calm. It's in a 1v1 Rookie! Woo! Oh my god! Say the word calm again, I dare you.
Nah. This is not calm at all. Rookie, he wants to make his name back for himself, getting caught out initially by Doinb, and Doinb chased him to the ends of the earth. But take a look at Ning. He finds success because he goes over the wall, but that is his ultimate doom, because the TheShy follows him, he falls, and the Baolan wants to join, but Ning is already condemned at this point.
Overconfidence from the TheShy. He didn't have the Crimson Rush, and Baolan's like, yeah, we can do this, but Ning wanted out at this point, and Doinb made sure you're never escaping.
That is it. Just always fall back. Whichever team overcommits the most is the team that's most likely going to lose, because both of these two teams are so good when it comes to communicating in team fights. So good at peeling back at overdivers.
And now we're out to a steady point because FPX didn't lose their inhibitor turrets. They still have an inner in the top side, and they're able to contest for vision, contest for what could be their third Mountain Dragon coming up in a minute 50, but just so happens Baron's on the same timer.
That is ridiculous. I mean, naturally, both of these two teams have to just take their eyes off of that Mountain Drake, because if they put it on for just even 1 second, other one can melt down that Baron. I mean, take a look at the goal.
Yep.
50k, 47k. Yeah, they can do it before anybody even notices.
I mean, IG still hit some really important points on the 3-item Varus. He's able to push down the top lane turret, but IG playing around the skirts in vision. But look at that control ward in the top side brush. Teleport available for GimGoon and Doinb.
Oh no!
But they go front on in, they find the seismic shove. That's the Weaver's wall. Sent on out by Rookie. Doinb caught out in the middle as Chain's Corruption in the midst of the Gangplank ulti. IG are low here. TheShy now joins, gets the Hemo play, sends himself into the middle, spreads the blood! FPX! LPX fails his flush in the middle of that. They run on in. TheShy lives. GimGoon joins now and says the rub. It was taken by a vampire. IG just send their top laner in.
That was a ridiculous engage from Ning as well. Pops his gargoyles to make sure that he lived for as long as possible, and it was Blast Plant MVP that keeps him alive. I cannot believe how close these fights are.
And look, the AD carry's not available, but IG is still pushing down this turret. TheShy's here, seismic shove there, dodged away by GimGoon. One more hit for this turret. TheShy gets it, and GimGoon and Chris will try and defend the inhibitor to a success.
Yeah, but this is so risky, because at any point, either of these two top laners could just be burst down 100-0. It all started because Doinb misses his hook onto point-blank wall, commits with the ultimate anyway. Take a look at Ning on the backside, just locks up 3 people. Damage dealers can't actually do damage against IG, but once he finally comes back over, it is him, Rookie as well, just spreading it. Man, TheShy.
TheShy brought that play back because they were converging and they found a pick. What happened?
Oh no!
Tian walked in, they wanted vision over the Baron, but you cannot do that, and TheShy's coming in! Hemo Plague! On top of LWX, he only needs 1. He finds the AD carry, he burns! IG found 2 more in the replay. Doinb failed the hook again, and now it's time for the big purple worm.
It's a Shack comp. Throw it up, dunk the ball down. No jungler available, no ADC to contest either. This is more or less a free Baron going over to IG.
And TheShy is playing out of his right mind. His positioning's insane. And Invictus Gaming now on top of the Baron. This is going to be the lead that they need.
Yeah, this split, TheShy doesn't always win, but when he does it in style, especially against FPX, one of his biggest rivals.
They're close to shutting down the Kings. The Iron Throne here, controlled by FPX. Imagine this. IG, it's Khaleesi. And you know, at one point, they may get stabbed, but they're always going to be queen.
Mate, you are going way too deep with this one. Tian just get locked down to no end means that there's a jungler away, but they don't even want to just go for the Baron. They want some kills as well. Chris and LWX moving in 2 different directions. No worries, no problem. LWX will just be my target.
Yeah, that's right. An AD carry going down so much bigger. Rookie the one to secure the kill, and Ning locking it down with a Cataclysm. 4-4 and 11. That's Rookie. That's his recovery. This man was 1-4 and out of the game. Now 3 items, and now actually relevant.
This is a ridiculous point in which he's actually come back. I mean, 1-4, you barely remember his efforts. He was a support.
Yeah.
Pretty much, just knocking people up with his flick as well. That's really his entire role. Now he can actually exert damage of his own. That Void stuff means that he can actually rip through.
Now it's a burst onto LWX and Chris, members that we saw before, that is affecting them. TheShy going to be spotted out here on a ward who is trying to hang back, play around with the mid lane wave. And Invictus Gaming, they want to break down some of these inhibitors, look closer to security.
Yeah, I was just watching TheShy moving forward against LWX, saying you can't actually take down this cannon.
I mean, he's got a smirk on his face right now. He's feeling good.
He knows his limits, and he knows that this is exactly well within them.
And he knows that one more team fight, and IG take down the undefeated.
Free turret. They can't defend against this. They have to give up the inhib unless they want to.
Good dodge away. Doinb wants to defend. The poke comes out from JackeyLove, devoured out. IG waiting for this minion to knock it down.
One last hit.
And TheShy zoned away while it happens.
Yeah, but this is going to be inevitable. FPX have to pull the trigger now or never.
Okay. It seems like it just could be welted away. Turret's there, and now it's gone. Another exposed inhibitor.
IG, they bide their time. They don't want to push in more than they have to. However,
they move to the mid lane.
Yeah.
This is TheShy and JackeyLove with Baolan. IG is a 5-man unit here. Crisp has to be careful. Whoever walks into Rookie will die. There's the Hemorrhage, the flash from TheShy. He wants to end the game. Tian away.
Oh.
Crisp and Tian just get obliterated. They almost die.
zoning ultimate. They go back to base and they give up 2 inhibs.
I mean, ego ultimate. That just sent them right back.
Damn, that was nearly 100-0 from TheShy himself, and I don't think he's done.
I mean, Doinb wants to take the engagement, but he misses. The cannon barrage comes down. Tian is running into the fight as GimGoon front line. Seismic shove is flashed away from the Pirate, but TheShy hits him. That's all he has to do. This is Vladimir. Sucker your blood. FPX are routed, destroyed, and Invictus Gaming are right back on top. They'll hit the Nexus turret 1 and 2, and from this 2-1 victory, FPX lose their first series, but IG are back.
IG back in form, defeating their biggest rivals in FPX for the longest time, but now finally, take a look at how happy they are when they're going over and they're shaking these hands. They have definitely deserved this victory. I mean, from the get-go, you saw in game number 1, valiant effort falling down, but from that point onwards, a spark was ignited and they never gave up.
And I said IG were back, but TheShy, who's about to walk onto your screen, that man to the far left, his Vladimir is the best in the world.
He is a tall man and he has to be feeling it right now. Nobody could contest with it. There was no damage coming out from that Olaf in the last fight. Why is that? Because he just got 100-0 by TheShy. I mean, when you put him on a champion that he is so familiar with, what else do you expect other than utter domination?
Quality play all round. Rookie's recovery. Ning playing a great jungle game, both second and third. I mean, he was losing out in that third game. Mitigated the losses, went back to farming, and got into that mid-game strong. And Invictus Gaming, I just can't believe TheShy was hyper-accelerated.
IG just pivoting on their roles and what they have to contribute to their teams. Because Ning was put behind in the early game, he was disruptor. Remember his final cataclysm over the wall, blocking down 3 members so that none of the damage dealers could deal damage. Rookie as well in the early game, falling 1 and 3, just became a support for his team, flicking people into the deaths of JackeyLove, but then they all came back.
That was the point where Vladimir came online, where JackeyLove hit 2 to 3 items, where TheShy hit 3, and that's where the mountain for FPX to climb began.
Yeah, and look, if you're FPX, your nightmares are going to be haunted by that Baron player, which TheShy just ripped through every one of them. The ultimate combined with the Baron debuff, there was no counterplay.
To deliver FPX their first loss of the season, now 8-1, we asked if they could make the 15-0, the dream I called it, Preacher.
Dream is dead.
To hold their throne, and yep, that's right. Once again, I say they got stabbed in the back by Invictus Gaming.
Man, IG, they didn't just stab the back, they definitely earned that victory.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw how hard they fought for it as well. JackeyLove taking the matchup of the Varus into the Caitlyn once more, playing it out of his mind. And look, we've touched on everyone, but we haven't touched on Baolan. How many times has he saved his teammates' lives in the early mid-game that propelled them forward?
That was an exceptional performance out of Baolan, and the reason why we look at Tahm Kench as being high priority in the LPL, we know in the LCK it's the same, but here we don't often see it. Then you see Baolan and you look at him in form, that's what we expect. The bottom lane of IG playing to their strengths, to their limits, and every lane kind of follows suit.
And as soon as you come online, you just go absolutely ham. The fact that TheShy was sitting on 7 kills before he even started the last team fight, you knew that bad things were going to happen to FPX.
I mean, he was at 50 CS up. That's why this is the lane that we need to talk about, because GimGoon was pushed back the Vladimir into Gangplank. We know is a good lane for the Vladimir. There was no jungle attention up there. So TheShy, okay, I'll push in. 1 gank out of Ning.
That was it.
And that was it, even more so.
Yeah, so when you talk about the matchup, both of them scaling late, you have to ask why the Vladimir was so much more of an impact. The fact that GimGoon couldn't actually walk into the middle of the backline for into IG. However, TheShy, on the other hand, man, his pull allowed him to just DPS everybody, including the Olaf as well. Yeah, that was the enabling
He got
factor.
some good ults, didn't he?
That was beautiful. I mean, yeah.
He got
a 5-man ult.
He got a 5-man, he got a 4-man, like multiple 4-man. I mean, I'm blown away because I came into today going, why did I predict IG? No, and I regretted it. I'll be honest, I regretted it because I think FPX are magnificent, and I still think they're a magnificent team.
Of course.
But I didn't expect IG to play up to be the team that we called the best in the world after 2018 and play to that caliber, to that quality, and go back to the consistent ways, at least, in that second and third game.
It was great to see IG returning back to form. The consistency is finally back for the team, and that's what you love to see. That's what they're missing inside of this split. Finally, against one of their toughest challenges, they overcome it. They overcome this, themselves as well. And you got to say, man, both IG and FPX played out of their mind.
Yeah.
I wish this was a best of 5. I wish this was a best of 7.
Yeah, no, best of 7.
I want it.
You
created
cheeky devil.
just for this.
Because remember what we said, this was meant to be the grand final, and not any discredit to JDG, but the expectation in spring for all of you out there was that FPX would defeat JDG, and it would be FPX versus IG on the big stage over in Foshan, but wasn't the case.
Yeah, reversed, absolutely. So now, once again, we get to see the Defining Kings, at the very least for the moment.
Yeah.
This is going to be a rivalry for time itself. However, right now, IG Invictus.
Yeah, they are. They will not be in the top of the leaderboard, and of course, FPX still hold that honor. But to be the team that defeated them first here in summer, when they were on a tear, when they looked like they could not be stopped, it speaks up to IG even more.
Of course, yeah, back to form. TheShy specifically back to form. The fact that they're also disciplined, that they don't take random fights, random engages as well into the jungle in the early game. I like to see this IG, because it's not even a new IG. It's a return to old IG that was good.
They brought in their full roster after Rift Rivals and said, what do they look like with their full roster? We weren't impressed. To be frank, we weren't impressed. We then get that series, and game 1, I'm like, here we go. FPX are too good. Game 2 and game 3, the recovery. I don't know what happened backstage, but if that was, you know, some good old Warhorse, not the coach, if that was some good old sponsor placement Warhorse, then I'll tell you what, give them more. Give them some more energy drink.
It's either Warhorse or it's
the
Harbin,
chicken,
right?
or the chick, or Harbin.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, did they have some Harbin?
These are questions that we definitely need to ask.
Yeah, I'll definitely not speculate, especially about the Harbin. But this was, I think, a great showing. I said the best showing so far for IG in summer. Excited to see the next matchup. I'm going to flip my page here and tell you. WE, BLG, RNG.
Yeah.
If I see this IG versus RNG, I'm going to need a second load of pants.
Let me tell you, okay? Before we came into this series, we're like, man, IG is slumping. IG versus RNG, that might not be that high. But after today, I cannot wait for it. I mean, I don't think I'm going to sleep until it, and that is going to really kill me.
We can build off the hype. I will return to it, but before we do that, let's touch on FPX quickly. Of course, this is not the end. I expect them to make playoffs. I think another couple of wins will practically secure it. But OMG, EDG, LNG coming up next for them, and I see a world where, okay, OMG should be a win, but EDG, that's exciting against FPX. LNG, then, you know, now was Snake. Now performing to their limits as well.
Dark Horse is sneaking their way into the top.
That should be exciting. FPX getting tested again on these teams.
Yeah, and look, if LNG can really take him to a Game 3 as well, that should be really entertaining. Now, I want to see the future of FPX, Doinb returning to what he does best. Shove out his lane, roam as well, because we saw Rookie steal his role from him in these 2 games, and that's what brought IG success. So FPX, go back to what you do, go back to what you win, and we'd love to see it.
Great point, because the roaming was Rookie, right? Game 2, Game 3, even on the Taliyah that was so far behind that he took the role. I like the way you put it. So for FPX, it's a road that goes on and how they develop, because I think LWX and Crisp in that game, or rather in that series, they were big elements. But unfortunately, FPX couldn't get further. I return to IG, Preacher.
Let's go back.
Because I have to.
Because they're the winners.
Take the step back. Yeah, I mean, that's why. Their only losses so far, LNG, V5, JDG. They're now sitting 7-3. They were 5th before this. And as soon as we get standings, I'm guessing that we're going to be looking at an IG in the top 3.
Yeah, the run is real, and they've only got more distance to go. So this is a very good start from them. I was going to say that both of these two are really good roadblocks for each other. IG got over it now.
Yeah, they went right on over it. 2-1 fashion. Let's pull up MVP, though, because you know who it is. If it wasn't, I would throw something.
Of course.
Yes.
7-2-6, but that doesn't even speak to his dominance. He had so much of a gold lead over his opponent, which was really difficult to do because it was a Gangplank, and all in all, the damage difference between him and the GP was too nuts.
Welcome back to TheShy. Honestly, it has been some time, but to see you in this form...
5-man. Okay, this is the, yep, go back into it.
4-man, 5-man, he disrupted everything.
Yeah, that was just way too hard to deal with. Doinb being the engaged. Wait, where's the rest of my team? I thought I was frontlining, and then just dies because TheShy, once again, rips through everybody else.
This was a great one as well.
This one was good by Ning because he locks down 3 people on the backside to make sure that they can't actually get damage down onto IG. Gets out to safety as well, but man, then TheShy, yeah, that's what we're watching for.
I mean, there's
Vladimir
good
goes back
synergy. Good synergy with Ning, right? Like, Rookie's Weaver's Wall was fantastically placed there too.
I was about to say that LWX, because he's one of the highest damage dealers, completely taken out by Ning. Yeah, he enabled his team to just free fire on the backside.
Unfortunately, missed the flash there. I don't like showing that part because I think for FPX it was still a very highly contested series. I think they were partly playing to their limits as well. Couple of missed plays like the flash we saw there, unfortunately, but looking forward to seeing them more, of course, and looking at what could actually just be a potential final.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a potential.
How devastated would you be? Because usually when you see failed flashes, they're just very small micro misplays. You just say, oh, you know, look, I made a mistake. I fumbled on my buttons. But literally everything counted inside of this series. And man, we saw it come to fruition.
I was going to say how devastating it's going to be if it wasn't the finals. Be like, not really, because we've got other teams that fill the gap.
Of course.
As we show you standings, and after a 2-1 explosive series by Invictus Gaming, we have a look, because earlier in the night, DMO actually beat down JD Gaming, and that's their rise back to fame.
They finally moved their way up, but IG have moved up into top 3 as well. Your speculation is good. Your head mats is good. Hysterics, 7 wins puts them into there, and it means that they are going to be vying against FPX, now beating them, trying to overtake them in the ladder as well, the double victory.
Look at our top 8, and then a couple of teams underneath you say, hey, they could bridge into that. Our summer split is so competitive. This is why even our matches like DMO and JDG are so darn important, because we look at JDG there, they need a couple more wins. They need to get back up into that bubble.
Yeah, and we were asking the question if Dominus can actually contest for this. Look, my suspicions are still there, but the fact that they beat JD today does prove that they've got what it takes.
Yep, absolutely do. We'll take a look at tomorrow's matches because the LPL goes on. Remember, 5 days a week now, and RNG V5, well, that'll be the matchup of V5 looking to climb their way back up. Remember, they're outside the bubble themselves.
Yeah, of course, but RNG looking to solidify their place. When you look at the top of the bracket as well as top esports, they definitely need to fight against each other for victories.
Top esports and Suning, that's a big one. Remember, Suning sitting in top 8 right now, so explosive matchup to go tomorrow, and a small little surprise for you all as well. You'll see tomorrow, and ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We had a great night and we enjoyed it all. Big thank you to Preacher for joining me back on the desk. Big thank you to our production team. It is bye for now, but not forever.